Hello, welcome to Access Sportsnet. Dodgers, John Hartung alongside Nomar Garciaparra, Oral Hershiser, the 120th edition of the World Series. The Dodgers have taken a 3-0 series lead on the New York Yankees. Freddie Freeman started it off in that first inning with a two-run shot, homering for the third straight game in this Fall Classic. And Walker Buehler, a guy we've talked about a lot in this postseason, Oral, lived up to his big game reputation tonight with those 5 scoreless innings. He gets the win, and now the Dodgers are 1 win away from their 8th World Series title.
They're firing on all cylinders. You look at the starting pitching, they're out pitching them. You look at the bullpen, they're out pitching them. You look at the offense, they're outscoring them. You look at the defense, they're out doing that. This has been just total domination, and needs to be domination for one more win.
Yeah, we talked about what's the key. Scoring early, right? Getting on the board, trying to take the crowd out of it. They did that. And then we always say, Walker Buehler, starting pitcher, they set the tone. He did that once again. I mean, this is what we've seen over the course of the series so far. They've been doing an excellent job staying within themselves, finding a way, not giving up, and I think really finding a way to keep the momentum on their side, and especially after, you know, that game 1. Yes, it was a comeback. Yes, it was momentous. Yes, the walk-off grand slam was incredible. But even after that, it's another thing to ride that high and then really kind of come down from that, but they have not done that. They have stayed focused. They have celebrated the moments just like they should celebrate today, and still know that there is one more and the job is not done.
And they had a good chunk of time off between the NLCS and this World Series, and boy, that time off, Nomar, it really seemed to do Freddie Freeman more than anybody else a lot of good, getting that ankle healthy, and tonight's, once again, he's the difference in this game for the 3rd game in a row.
A lot of times you worry about that time off because it can get guys rusty, and I think there may be a couple of guys on this team that are just off just a little bit, you know, on some pitches that they might say, gosh, I should be hitting that. But at the same time, what it did, it gave Freddie Freeman some time to really heal that ankle. We heard his post-game interview talking about that, you know, is it really the ankle feeling better, or is it something else while you're swinging? He's like, no, the ankle feeling better, which allowed him to work on things. Yeah. And a guy who's so routine-oriented, who understands his swing so well, when you might be off just a little bit, the key is being able to go and work, able to get in the cage, take the swings you need to try to understand and get that feeling, or maybe that cue, as he said, that really just kind of reminds you of what you need to go out there and be successful. But he couldn't do that because the ankle was so much pain. There wasn't really that extra work that you could do. And then we also talked about how that's in the back of his mind. He was able to get the work. He was able to find the cues, able to get that confidence, and able to see that pay dividends in the postseason.
He's healed in 2 ways, right? You healed the ankle, you healed the swing, and he's going to heal himself right into a World Series MVP with 3 home runs. I mean, he doesn't even really need to play tomorrow if the Dodgers win. He's the MVP. So let's just keep going and get that last win, and hopefully Freddie continues to feel good and swing the bat that way. He's getting some contributions from other guys in the lineup to keep the pressure on, too.
Well, and that 2-run home run in the first inning, it gave Walker Buehler the lead. And you look at the rest of this game, Oral, and the Dodgers did a lot of things really well. Yes, they could have taken advantage of some more opportunities offensively, but starting pitching from Buehler was outstanding. The relievers were outstanding, other than the 2-run home run there in the 9th inning that Michael Kopech gave up. And defensively, the play by Mookie Betts, the throw by Teoscar Hernandez as well.
Yeah, a play in right field with Mookie, that saves Walker. Walker had a couple defensive plays behind him that really kept his momentum. But you know what I loved about Walker Buehler? Yes, he gets the offense. Yes, he gets the defense, but he was confident on the mound. Even there were very few uncompetitive pitches out of his hand. He threw the ball very well. The only uncompetitive pitch of his whole repertoire that I saw was the slider. It was a little bit more ball out of hand. But if it was fastball, cutter, curveball, it was in the zone. He was behind it and confident, and he capitalized on getting that early offense.
Yeah, I thought this was the first time that we've seen since his 2nd surgery of life on that fastball. I mean, he just had the life. We were talking about, yeah, everybody always wants to look at the radar gun. Everybody wants to see the velocity there. We talk about there is a big difference between velocity and life. And he had that life. It's that late life that he had on it where hitters think that it might be coming on them a lot quicker than they think, or it seems like it has another gear as it's getting closer. We saw that today. And you can see by the swings and misses. You can see by the late swings over there by the Yankees. So that was one for me from Walker Buehler. That was so good to see, and that confidence. And I think he recognized that he had that and felt it. So to be able to attack that and then also pitch off of that with his breaking ball. So that was great. defense was key, because I thought when it came to this game, we saw a lot of momentum shifts or potential momentum shifts in this game. Yes, the Dodgers got on the board early, but when I look at that third and fourth inning, they scored in the third, but man, they had an opportunity to really tack on more runs and really kind of take the wind out of the Yankees' sail and that crowd, but they did it, and they kept it close. And in the fourth inning, you get 2 runners on and not score another run to tack on and get more and to extend the lead. That was tough. And then the Yankees have an opportunity to come back and get the momentum. That throw by Teoscar Hernandez was huge, because I'm sure they were feeling pretty good about themselves with the bunt attempt, getting the outs, getting out of that inning, not giving up a run. But I'm telling you, that play right there, I think really was like, what else do we have to do? We got to go compete against the defense. That was key.
Defensive liabilities are exponential, because all of a sudden you don't get an out. That gives the other team a 4th out. You get the out, you're taking an out away from them of the 27 that you were trying to record. So, yeah, when you capitalize on your defense and the other team can't, and they give up that free 90 feet, it is really exponential in a game.
All right, so we talked about Freddie Freeman having a great night offensively. Kike Hernandez as well, at a couple of hits and a big RBI. Let's hear from Kike with Kirsten Watson there at Yankee Stadium.
Kike, you guys now are 1 win away of achieving the goal you guys set your mind to at spring training. Just what does that right there mean to you?
Not much. Yeah. We're going to come in tomorrow with the same mentality as every day. And it's not to think about what the score of the series is, but just find a way to win today. And if we win tomorrow, then I'll tell you how good I'm feeling. But right now, I just, you know, doesn't really mean anything.
So let's break this win down then. First, Walker Buehler. How was he so efficient? What did you see from him?
Walker was Walker in October. You know, Walker wants the big game. He wants the ball in the big game. And, you know, time in, time out, he shows up. He shows up, and he gives us innings. And today, you know, he was able to go 5 and get the W. So, you know, Freddie with the big hit in the first inning, you know, giving us a 2-run lead. It was huge. Mookie with a big RBI single then in the 3rd inning, and then I think myself was in like the 5th or 6th. You know, some huge runs. You know, throughout the game we were just trying to, you know, preaching we got to add on, not let them, you know, feel like they have a chance to come back. And our pitching did a great job. Will did a great job calling the game, and we played good.
It wasn't just the offense, and I love what you said there. You guys did play good. It was a team effort. Teoscar, that throw into home plate to get out Stanton. Can you just describe to me the reaction from the team after he did that?
I mean, I don't know what the rest of the team's reaction was, but my reaction, I was pretty loud, pretty out there in center field, and I was pretty gassed after that, just because it was just an emotional time, especially after that inning where, you know, we were cooking, you know, 1st and 3rd, and we weren't able to score a run. And you know, for them to, if they were to score that run right there, it would have given them a lot of life. And not only did suck the life out of them, but it sucked the life out of the stadium. And that was one of the biggest moments of the game.
Kike, congratulations on this win tonight and everything so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, that throw was one of the biggest moments of this game, Oral, and that's one of those things that maybe gets overlooked in baseball. Yeah, people say, oh, the big hit, the big home run really energizes, really gives a team a spark, but sometimes you can have a play like that defensively that really ignites your team and gets everybody excited.
Yeah, there was no assume in Teoscar that Stanton is going to score, and there was assume in Stanton. He is not busting it around 3rd there. I know he's not fast, but that was not his top speed. And he is out by like a 1.5 steps, and he probably could have found a 1.5 steps with a better secondary lead, with a better turn at 3rd, with a little bit more speed, using the bag to push off to really have a longer stride as you leave 3rd base. He didn't do any of that. Teoscar did it all.
You know, aside from the play and the momentum we're talking about, because they're thinking they're going to get on the board, keeping the score or keeping the difference by 3 runs is huge, and especially when you're called upon to the bullpen after that. I'm scared. You ask anybody coming in, and you're going, I have a 3-run lead to work with, and I'm coming into this game. If I'm starting off an inning, we always talk a boop and a blast to tie the game. You know, that's all it takes, and we especially know the thunder that the Yankees have in that lineup. But that 3 runs is a lot different, gives you a little more confidence, a little a feeling of, if I make a mistake, I'm still okay. So continue to go out there and attack the hitter. So that was that big of a play. Obviously, from the momentum, taking the crowd out of it, but also helps the bullpen and guys Yanks coming in with that lead.
Yeah, the Yankees have gotten beaten to the pull side with fastballs in, breaking balls into the pull side. And when you think about that third run that Nomar's talking about, that allows you to throw your breaking ball for a strike. Because a breaking ball for a strike has a tendency to, the hitter's out in front and they get the head out and it has a chance to be elevated and hit for a home run. But all of a sudden, that third run, you can throw your breaking ball for a strike. You don't have to make sure it gets chased. It can be to Stanton. It could be to Soto. It can be to whoever, Judge. It's a complete different feeling on the mound when you get that third run.
Teoscar Hernandez had a base hit in this game and that one very big outfield assist. Let's hear from Teo right now with Kirsten inside the clubhouse.
Teoscar, let's first just break down that throw from left field to get out Stanton at home. Can you not just break it down first, what you were seeing, reading the play, and also executing it?
You know, I've been putting a lot of pride on my defense just to help this team in that part too. And, you know, you just anticipate every play that can happen in that situation. Knowing that Giancarlo was running, I don't have to rush it. It was 2 outs, but, you know, just trying to play aggressive, get the ball and make a good throw and just to have a chance to throw him out.
I loved your reaction first and foremost, but your teammates cheering for you after that moment, just what did it mean to have just their support, that celebration, and kind of really be the difference in the game?
You know, this team is like that. We support each other. When somebody makes a good play or hit a homer in a big situation, or a pitcher gets a good game, we always there supporting, just making him feel that his work, it means a lot to us, and you know, you're just trying to keep pushing for every guy.
What did you say to Walker Buehler then tonight?
Oh, he was amazing. I think he was the key for us to win this game. He shut down the lineup, and like I always say, he gave us a chance to score some runs early in the game, and we win.
Teo, your thoughts on being 27 outs away from a dream?
Oh, it's, you know, we know they're not going to give up. It's not going to be easy, but we just come in tomorrow with the same mentality, trying to score runs and win the game.
Teo,
How
going back to
surprised
that,
are you that you do have this lead right now? How surprised are you that you're up 3-0?
Oh, we're not surprised. We know we can do this, and we had an excellent team. We got a good group of guys that can do this, and you just, you know, came to the field and do our job.
Teo, that big defensive play seemed like your best defensive play in a Dodger uniform. Do you see it that way?
Yeah, especially because they didn't score in that situation, and we win the game.
Can you hardly wait to get to the next game?
I'm not going to think about next game. I'm just going to go enjoy with my family the rest of the night and just come to the field tomorrow and think about the game.
One of the big storylines coming into this Game 3 was about Shohei Ohtani's shoulder about 48 hours ago, partial dislocation of that left shoulder, and he's in the starting lineup tonight, Nomar. He does go 0 for 3. He's able to draw a walk. He gets hit by a pitch, but overall, what did you think of his at-bats when you had a chance to see him swing?
Well, you know, look at him right there as he's holding his shirt, trying to just kind of support that shoulder a little bit. Tells you, we know he was going to be in pain. We know, like, oh, just you put it back, everything's going to be fine, and nothing's wrong. But obviously in some pain there. But at the same time, he's still a huge presence at the plate. You know, draws the walk in that first inning. He ends up coming around and scoring. That is big. Other times, too, I'm telling you, the guys we know how Tommy Adams has been playing, other guys in the bottom part of the lineup, the Yankee pitcher are still thinking, we have to be careful. We have to buckle down because we don't want to turn the lineup over, despite knowing that Shohei may be dealing with that shoulder injury. They know you make a mistake, he still can hit it 500 feet. You know that regardless. So he's still a huge threat. All right, so he didn't get any hits today, but like I said, a walk, a run, got hit by a pitch. He is still going to be a major factor. I think he recognized that, and I guarantee you all his teammates want him in there because they know at any moment he can hit it a long way.
It's a repeat of what Freddie Freeman did, and all of a sudden didn't produce very much, but all of a sudden now Freddie's healed up, and we might see that with Ohtani, but the World Series might not go that far where he has time to heal up and have some off days. All of a sudden he comes back to himself. But having his presence in there, inspirational, have him at the top of the lineup, is intimidating to the opposing pitcher. And they're then trying to figure it out. Is he the same? Is he new? Is he different? How do I pitch him? And you could tell from the swings that struggled with stuff away from him and struggled with breaking balls away anytime he had to extend that top hand, which is the top shoulder, he was in some pain.
All right, let's head back to New York right now because Shohei Ohtani is talking with the media.
Shohei, when you first got hurt, how bad did you think it was? Did you think your season might be over? And then at what point were you confident that you could play in this game?
最初怪我した時に痛めた時にちょっと深刻だったのかと、もしかしてシーズンが終わる怪我って思ってましたかと。And what was the second question?
And at what point were you comfortable that or confident that you could play?
それといつ、はい、そうではないと思ってますか。
やった時はちょっと分かんなかった、どうなってるのかよく分かんなかったので、裏に行ってからかなっていう感じですね。最初はセーフかどうなのかっていうところをまず確認してベースから離れられなかったので、その後にっていう感じですかね。はい。今は痛みもだんだん引いてきてるので、はい。自分のスイングが戻ってきてるのかなと思ってます。
Initially, I wasn't really exactly sure. I was really concerned about whether I was safe or out. It was only when I went back inside where we had to figure out what it was. The pain has subsided, so I felt pretty good about it.
The second row on your left, guys, Jack? Was the shoulder impacting your swing at all? Did you feel it at all when you're at the plate tonight?
今日肩スイングに影響してましたかと。
どうなんですかね、テーピングしたりとかしてるので、いつもと違う感じはしましたけど、そこまで大きくは違わなかったかなとは思いますね。単純に、最後も1、2塁も最後はボールだったので、しっかりと見送れてればフォアボール取れてたんじゃないかなっていう打席だったなと思います。
I taped myself up today, so it did feel different from compared to when I don't tape myself. The last at bat, I felt like, if I took that ball, it would have been a walk. So I still felt like I had a pretty good at bat there.
And what was the thing you were wearing when you came out on the field during pregame introductions? And then why were you holding your jersey when you were running the bases?
海外式の時に何をつけてたんですかと。で、なんで何を握ってた？
最初は、試合中もそうでしたけども、ずっと温め、冷やさないようにっていうのが一番大事って言われてたので、試合中もずっと、温めるような機械を、つけてイニング間は基本的には過ごしてましたし、開会式の時もセレモニーの時も、同じのをつけて、温めるようにっていう、塁では、スライディングをした時に、左手がやっぱついた同じようなモーションに入った時にやっぱりまた今の状況だと外れる、場合が多いので、それを防ぐためにっていう感じですかね。
I was told to wear a device that keeps my shoulder warm. So during the ceremony and throughout the game, I was wearing that per recommended by the trainers. And the reason why I was holding on to myself when I was running is to make sure that I wouldn't use that same shoulder arm if I were to, slide.
The second row on your far right, guys. Was there any difficulty keeping your top hand on the bat when you were swinging?
トップの手をずっとそのスイングの最中に持つっていう注さっていうのはやっぱちょっと難しかったですか？
基本的には逆サイドの腕の方がおそらくきつかったのかなっていう感じはするので、左肩で良かったんじゃないかなとは、不幸中の幸いだったのかなとは思いますね。
If it was more of the right shoulder, then I think it would have impacted my swing. But thankfully, it was my left, so I don't think it really did.
Go to Tim in the last row on the right, guys. If we can get Tim the microphone. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Go ahead. My apologies.
Congratulations, Shohei. How does it feel being one game away from achieving what I would assume is one of the goals you've had since you learned about Major League Baseball?
ワールドシリーズ優勝っていう目標はあと1勝になりますけども、どう思いますか？
もちろん明日決めれるに越したことはないですし、そのためにみんなで、また明日あと1勝しっかりと勝てるように 明日の試合にまず集中したいなと思ってます。
It's just really focusing on winning the game tomorrow as a team, and there's nothing better to be able to have the opportunity to do so.
We'll take a last question in English from Tim in the last row on your right.
Is there any chance you will need surgery for this when the season is over?
シーズン終わったら手術は必要ですか？
どうなんですか、そこまでの話は特にはしてないので、とりあえず、この、シリーズというか、今シーズンが全部終わった後にまた改めてそれなりの検査をして、いい状態なのかどうなのかっていう、今の段階では問題ないんじゃないかなと思っています。
I haven't had further conversations about the future plan. I think it's something that's going to happen after the season is over, do additional testing. But in terms of how I feel now, I don't think so.
Dodgers took the first 2 games of this World Series at home. They win Game 3 as well in the Bronx. Game 4 is tomorrow. The Dodgers going for the World Series sweep. If they can't get it done, Game 5 will be on Wednesday. We don't even want to think about a Game 6 or 7. 5 o'clock start times on Fox, but join us right here on Sportsnet LA at 4 o'clock for comprehensive pre-game coverage as well as post-game after the final outs. Still more to come. 5 top-tier stat line brought to you by Arco. Freddie Freeman. He's now homered in 5 consecutive World Series games. That ties the Major League record.
Everything on the inner half, and to be able to do that, you got to be able to turn on the ball and keep it fair. 2 good ankles give him his powerful swing back.
And boy, it's so great to see that powerful swing return for this World Series just in time, doing a lot of damage against these New York Yankees. It really has been the difference in this series. Nomar, I think it'd be a great time for you to break down all 3 long balls by Fab Five Freddy.
Of course, we should go Access 360 and then just have a look. And I know the first one we will never forget as we go to Access 360. Freddie Freeman, we all know this moment with the bases loaded, not wasting any time. First pitch he sees on the inner half. Yeah, point the bat in the air, driving it out. I mean, the roar, it was deafening. The stadium was shaking. The head down on the ball and driving that ball out to right field. 3-2 count. This is when I know Freddie's right. This is when I know the ankle's better, but also that his swing is locked in. During this postseason, that's where they were getting him. They were getting him up and in. He had a tough time getting the barrel to that ball, whether it's the ankle or also swing off a little bit. He's able to drive that out. And what does he do today? Same thing. Make a mistake. You come back up and in, and he turns on it and drives it out. He's hitting mistakes. He's hitting the inner half. He is confident out there. He's getting the job done. And he's even flat.
そして、ドジャースはついにワールドシリーズ優勝まで1勝。フレディ・フリーマンの見事なホームラン、ウォーカー・ビューラーの完璧な投球、そしてチーム全体の力強いパフォーマンスが光りました。この勢いを皆さんと一緒に楽しみたいですね。ぜひチャンネル登録して、コメントで応援メッセージをシェアしてください。次の試合も一緒に応援して、優勝の瞬間を見届けましょう。ドジャース、いけるぞ。